Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York, is every bit the creep you thought he was and more. He talks like a mafia leader, and he acts like one.
Oh, it's not just your perception of belief. I know I look crazy, but I guarantee you I'm not. Oh, but Tucker Carlson, for the first time ever on this channel, oh, I gotta do an intro. Let's go.
Vice versa, either way you are who you are, no curtains. Lay it out there, let it hurt you. True vice or virtue, which makes you, which defines you, you know? Virtue or vice, either way you are who you are, no curtains. Lay it out there, let it hurt you. Rework your very person. Bless you or curse you, a thin line between good humans and a serpent. Thin line between going deep in the surface. Pretty pleasures, pretty poison like an urchin. Time so urgent, the time so circus. I'm writing with some humble killer kamikaze cursive. Suicide ink leaking from a very person. Subject matter's pertinent, transparent Sanskrit. Take a daily trip, cause humble beast is beefing. Beefing with the beast, side of the heart that make you wanna be the man or beat the man. Either way it's relevant, we wrestle with our hellishness until we catch the crucifix. Division's how we justify rebelliousness. So conscious in our politics, trying to claim innocent before God's holiness. Bless you or curse you, a thin line between the street corner and the church pew. Thin line between doing good and doing dirt. When you gon' honor more, the prophet or the prodigal, horror and the saint. Why there's virtue in the thief? A thinner line between the white wigs and the street. A thin crime between what you do and what you think. Better think, better think. Let's take a moment, and maybe we can reminisce. Vice versa, either way you are who you are, no curtains. Lay it out there, let it hurt you. Truth will hurt you.
11 sexual harassment claims against him, public today. If you're interested, go over to CNN right now and watch Jeffrey Toobin, of all people, talk about how creepy Governor Cuomo is. Because this country just couldn't get better.
Fox News, right? So this proves to everyone that Fox News is part of the problem. Just keep people divided, keep people stuck in this rut. And individuals that watch Fox, you know, please stop watching Fox. The individuals that go on Fox, you better watch them. Because, see, they part of the problem. Oh, but they say they're conservative. They say they're, you know, this, that, and the third. But yet they sit on these shows. Yeah, you already know what it is. I mean, I feel like I'm just in another dimension somewhere. Let me make something clear here. What's used on your enemy can be turned around and used on you. And so if you allow fear, that's one thing they use. Then they use division, use groups, individuals that relate to a political party or whatever, to say, hey, they got your man. Now it's time to get him, right? Now what? They just throwing you a little bone. It's a distraction. Why? Because I voted for President Trump, and Andrew Cuomo was against President Trump. I was supposed to say, yay, he deserved it. I told y'all. No, you might well put all the little boys' hands behind their back right now and take them to jail. Because if anybody can say that you did something without going through the process of collecting evidence, now it's just possible. I mean, allegations, he's sitting up here acting like it's truth. Innocent until proven guilty, right? I thought that's how it's supposed to go. I mean, I don't care who you are. Every individual deserves the right to defend themselves. Right? I mean, ain't that what America is? Regardless if you like them or not. I mean, they taking away your freedom of speech. I got banned off live until on TikTok until November. I mean, who gives these people the authority to do that? Who tells someone, who decides what you can and cannot say? I mean, now you can't even say anything about China. I mean, go look at China. But one thing I can say about China, one thing I do agree with, is Confucius, right? The philosophy of Confucius is not his biological name, birth-given name, but it's about family, the structure of family. And individuals ask, how can the citizens of China be that way? It's not because of their government. It's because they all see themselves as one race, 9 out of 10 Chinese see themselves as part of the Han Dynasty. Now, Chinese, everybody's not Chinese. They from many different doggone cultures and backgrounds. But they all view themselves as one. I mean, in America, man, we white, black, Spanish, we all these different things. But we all supposed to be one, right? We want to be American. Now, we don't want to be one race with the individuals that live beside us. We want to be American. I pledge allegiance to the flag. So we pledge allegiance to the flag and not to each other. I'm just saying. If individuals allowed us, this Me Too movement, this destruction of man, that's basically what it is. For individuals to just go and accuse someone of something, if 2 or more people say that you did something, you are embedded in a conspiracy. Now, you can hang out with these individuals every single day. And then one day you don't hang out with them, they commit a crime. But then they come back and say you was the mastermind of that crime, but you wasn't even there on scene. All right? But they said you did it. So, basically what you did was you created a pattern. You hung out with certain individuals, and now you're affiliated and associated with them, right? So if all these people say that Andrew Cuomo did something, that's called a pattern. But see, the statute of limitation in New York is 2 years. But because you won't prosecute it because it's beyond the statute of limitation, right? But you will let the testimony in order to build a case to create a pattern that can't even be prosecuted, right? Can't even be tried. But in a civil case, it can. It's about that money. So let's just say it. Let's just say it's all about money. See, we ain't talking about the COVID situation, the cover-up, nursing homes. Oh, man, we talking about sexual abuse, sexual assault. I mean, it ain't rape. I mean, it's a misdemeanor. I mean, all the men, on these jobs, better watch out. They already take the vaccine, Walmart. But in 40 states, your job can fire you without cause, without notice. You work all your life for a company, Wells Fargo, right? And when they get in trouble, they fire the workers, but they get to keep they pensions and all their retirement funds and stuff of that nature, right? How is that possible? But you know what? If they commit a crime, they go before Congress. Now, if citizens commit a crime, they go before a judge. Civil rights. Civil rights. I mean, I thought we were citizens. Civil rights? Civilian rights? I'm just saying, I mean, you're a civilian or a citizen. They call it civil rights, but black people think civil rights is just for them. Apparently it's for transgender, apparently it's for all these women's rights and civil rights. So see, I thought we all had rights, everyone, all people. But we chop it up into all these different categories. It should be one place that individuals can go to if they're discriminated against, right? Racism, prejudice, discrimination, racism. I mean, there is no such thing as race besides the human race, right? Excuse me. So how do we get from prejudice? Being prejudiced against someone can be stereotyping, right? You may think it in your head, but don't act on it. Oh, you mad? I'm prejudiced against doggone guacamole. I don't like it. Discrimination, to discriminate, to leave out on purpose because of religion, race, right? Sexual orientation, anything like that. But racism is something totally different. So racism is prejudice and discrimination all put together based upon you're discriminating against someone because of their race. It's racism, right? That's what you call it. But this discrimination, but you use racism, the word racism, no. Racism do not exist. To discriminate, right? To be prejudiced against. So we just create racism. If anybody ever say racism again around me, please don't say it. It does not exist. I mean, according to the database of nationalities, I thought everybody was American, just like all Chinese people are Han. But no. We got to put ethnicity into it, right? See, colonialization. See, China didn't want to colonize everything and take over everything like Rome did. You know, Genghis Khan and the Mongols, did that. But through history, China was like, no. I want to influence individuals, just like Amazon, right? See, a lot of these corporations, man, they want to influence. They don't want to take over. And they want you to run your own thing. We just want to tell you what to do. See, we don't want to go and colonize and take over everything and then now be this world power of land. There's many other ways to do that without having a headache, right? Buying a company, leaving the infrastructure there so you don't have to run it, right? You don't have to go and employ everybody. You allow them to do it. You just own the company now, right? But I tell you what, y'all, we better wake up. I encourage everybody to just for one day research, one day watch, not CNN, not Fox, not MSNBC. Go outside of the country. Go see what individuals say about America, how they feel about America. I mean, according to everybody you see on mainstream media, they don't even love America. They part of the problem. Until then, y'all, I ain't gonna tell you to subscribe, share, like no more. Nah, I won't tell you to do that no more.